I'm tagging everyone, guys. I couldn't find the video, so I apologize. And I really apologize for being tardy. We'll talk about it in a second. But let me tag everybody up, and then we'll get rolling. We'll get rolling with that in a second. Alright, boys, we are ready now. I got everybody tagged. I'm going to find the video on my phone. What I'll do, since you guys had to wait around, it's a little bit my fault. I will add an extra triple E into the break. Because why not? So that's what I'll do for having you guys wait around. So I said earlier, I'll add an extra triple E box, write another 8 autographs and 2 memorabilia. Also, because some of you guys paid early, you guys had to wait a while too to get it filled. So we'll run that, put an extra one in there. Why not? Hold on, let me get these little mini sleeves out there. The price list for everything will be, well, besides the whole being late and everything because of Joseph having trouble going to sleep. I also know roughly how much Bowman Chrome I'll get. I should be getting at least 6 cases of Hobby and at least 4 cases of HTA. I probably should have another, probably should be able to get another case of each at the very least within the first week of the product. When I put up polls and there's no negative answer, normally you can put more than one answer just so you guys know, because I know everyone put case breaks. The Stone Cold Steve Austin thing was supposed to be funny, like yes you want to see it and then you pick the size, but I guess I could have probably explained that. I'll probably post another Allen and Ginter case tomorrow. Hopefully we can fill it before Bowman Chrome comes out Wednesday. If we don't, we don't. I understand that, but I'm gonna put the other Allen and Ginter case up because I have another 4 boxes coming that I can throw in for mixers. I think Allen Ginter breaks the best full case wise, not in mixer format. It is pretty decent for mixers like this because then somebody can get lucky and get all the cards. But let's go over the cards here. Just some, I'm going to say some not logistics, that's not the right word. Just an agenda of kind of what's going on for the rest of the week. We got me Cal Ripken Jr. here, Project 2020. Ben Baller did the card, the Charm City edition. I know there's at least one brand new guy in the break, Niels. So welcome to the break. I know you're asking about when break time and everything. Normally, if the break's filled during the day, I try to break at 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. But like I said today, unfortunately fell asleep trying to put my son to sleep. We got 2 boxes of Triple E since I added that extra Triple E in there. We're going to have the Leaf Metal Bowman, Leaf Metal Bowman. The Leaf Metal Draft Baseball, non-autographed cards, so 10 in here, plus the 1-in-1 slab. The 1-in-1 does not count for the 1-in-1 bounty, though, because it's guaranteed. We're going to have a Jumbo Pro Debut. I was thinking about putting in a Hobby Pro Debut, but it's a lot of paper cards in there for the Hobby, so I went with the Triple E since it has a little bit less cards, but just a little bit more hits as well. We got the silver pack for the 2022 Topps Chrome with the 2022 Topps Chrome Hobby. There is one more baseball pick your team up. Well, there's 2 pick your team breaks up right now. One's Panini Mosaic Choice, big time hit product. Here we have 2022 Chronicles Baseball. We're going to have a Panini 3-2 debut edition, which I think is actually really nice for what it is. And we're going to have the Bowman Sterling 5 autograph. Kind of a nice little box here as well. We'll start off with the Bowman, or with the Topps Chrome 2022 in the silver package. It's kind of how we'll do this. Get your autograph guesses in. If you get the Acuna Twins, you can't guess more than one guy. But we'll start off with 2022 Topps Chrome. 2 autographs. 1 silver pack, obviously. Hopefully the silver pack is good to us. I do actually have 5 boxes of Cosmic Chrome coming as well that I'm going to throw in mixers. I got 2 more boxes that were loose of Luminaries 2, and I will throw one of those in a random, since I know some of you guys that are in this random only like random team breaks to try to mix it up a little bit, since I've only been doing Luminaries with a pick your team format. So have that. Roll in here, get all the packs unopened. Everything will be shipped out tomorrow other than the Allen and Ginter break. So everything that's been broken other than this and the Allen and Ginter break will be shipped out tomorrow. I'm going to try to get Allen and Ginter and this break out Friday with any Bowman Chrome that's broken on Wednesday. And I might do stuff on Thanksgiving for Bowman Chrome. I'm not sure yet. The HTA boxes will not be here till Friday no matter what. I should have 3 cases of Hobby tomorrow, but I'm not allowed to break them until Wednesday. We will see if I end up with a fourth case of Hobby tomorrow or not. Everything else should be here Friday or Saturday. Personally, I think the Bowman Chrome, terrible release date in the fact of who puts it on a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I mean, UPS is backed up. USPS is backed up. FedEx is a little slow. It's the holidays. I don't like it. I heard that Bowman Draft was moved up to the 21st of December. We'll see if that holds true or not, because it also got pushed back to January. I'm not going to pre-fill any Bowman, more than likely. I'll probably try to get... I'm going to do some research tomorrow when I have time, and I will probably not do... I will probably post a couple early ones and then one a little bit later on Wednesday. If I get 3 cases, I'll probably try to have all 3 cases filled, and that's what we'll go with until I get more on Friday or Saturday, as I stated. If we fill all 3, we fill all 3. If we don't, we don't. I would hope we would be able to fill all 3. But I don't pre-fill stuff. Now, if I have them in hand, I might pre-fill maybe 1 tomorrow night. We'll see. But I try not to pre-fill stuff. Maybe I'll do something... since I don't know what other people are thinking prospect-wise in other groups. I haven't looked at anybody else's pre-prices. I guess I could probably look at one of the bigger guys that has like a website. But obviously that doesn't necessarily mean that's even close to what the actual decent prices are. Last year I did a pre-list for draft and then broke it at midnight, which I could do if I have it in my hand, because it just has to be the following day. However, with that, sometimes the prices have to adjust relatively quickly, because if other people feel that other teams are better prospect-wise, because that's what happened with Bowman Draft is originally I actually had the Reds higher than what most people did on Bowman Draft last year, so I had to drop the Reds and put some other teams, because I thought guys like Jay Allen and Ibarra would be really, really good prospects, and they had really good numbers in college, but that changed a little bit. Anyways, we got Trevor Rogers to start us off, Loris Gurriel, Walsh, Larnach, Kirilloff, Pavin Smith, Matt Chapman on the Prism, Wells, Lindor, Mullins. We have Arenado, Baez, Kelnick, Alvarez. We have Xander Bogaerts, 150 out of 150. And what I will do, especially once release is out and Bowman Chrome's a little bit older, and I think what I'm going to do with Bowman in general is I'm going to keep the smaller Bowman draft mixers, like the 15 spotters, I think, as a thing. Nice Bogarts here for the Red Sox, which was Mitch Schwegman. We have Nelson Cruz, Gil, Duran. Oh, we have a nice Heliot Ramos going to the Giants. A nice autograph hit right here. Going to the Giants, and Larry Baldwin Jr. I'm going to do a price match where if we have 30 teams and another group's within reason. Like, some guys just don't have no clue what prospects are worth. Like, last year there was a group that had the Rangers, like, at $20 or something like that in Bowman Draft. We have J.D. Martinez, Grisham, Brandon Lowe, and Whit Merrifield. But I think that I might do some sort of price matching thing if there's another group where they have the price lower, as long as it's not like ridiculously lower. Because like I said, if it's ridiculously lower, then somebody's always jumping on them or they're switching that price because their buddy's going to grab the team right away. We have Hoy Park, McMahon. We have Luis Gil on the refractor. Harrison Bader, Ian Happ, Stanton, Santillan, Myers, Mountcastle, DeGrom. We have Wander Franco, Belt, Zimmerman. We have Yordan Alvarez, Wilson Contreras, Willie Castro, McKenzie, Machado, J.D. Martinez on the Prism Refractor, and Bo Bichette. We're going to try to make it so, especially for Bowman product, that we can break a good amount of it, because I know there's Bowman fans in here, as well as we can just consistently something to break that's prospect based. It's my favorite stuff to break, something to compete with the rest of the people that are trying to break Bowman, especially with Chrome and Draft both coming out relatively on top of each other. We have Jose Altuve, Kyle Lewis, Aaron Ashby, but something to try to separate the group from other groups. We got Trey Turner, Zach Wheeler, Luis Garcia, Goldschmidt, Marte, Kiner Falefa, Jake Berger, Jose Abreu, Josh Donaldson, Wilson Contreras, Heart of the City, Max Muncy, Jacob deGrom, Matt Chapman, Seth Beer, Zach Thompson, Tim Anderson, Heart of the City, Blake Snell, Bellinger, Guerrero Jr., Seager, Trevor Story. We have Randy Arozarena, Carson Kelly, Brandon Crawford, Rodolfo Castro, Cal Raleigh. Get Santana, and we got Jake Berger for the White Sox. Going to Greg Wolf in the White Sox. So actually 2 nice autographs here with the Ramos and Berger. Position players, both guys should get some playing. Well, Ramos should be full-time next year, and I think Berger is going to be in their starting lineup with the White Sox not really signing or re-signing guys. We got Nick Castellanos, Kyle Tucker, Jake Cronenworth, Joey Votto, Curtis Terry, Sonny Gray. Have Andrew McCutchen, Charlie Blackmon, Max Scherzer, Jose Siri, Jack Flaherty, Michael Brantley, Luis Robert, Shane Bieber, Cabrian Hayes, Juan Soto, Brandon Marsh, Mookie Betts, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Soler, and Trey Mancini. That's going to wrap up the 2022 Topps Chrome Hobby Box. Ashby, who's first, is in Bowman 2020. Not too far moved. Let's see what the silver pack brings us. I'm sure it hasn't been anything great, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's still not great. Brings us some really bent cards. It has Hinder Bogarts, Ryu, and Patrick Wisdom, and then we're going to have a Yadier Molina on the refractor. So nothing crazy on those 4 cards. I'm actually going to unbow this Bogarts a little bit, because it's going to jack up my pile. I'll just put it this side. It's going to jack up my whole pile. My man's bowed flared out, boy. He's looking like some bell bottoms. 1 second to get a drink. All right. 25 cards in this Triple E. It's going to be 8 autographs, 2 memorabilia. I think one of the best... I think this and probably Leaf Trinity are the 2 best bangs for your buck. Prospect, which I need to message Leaf again, man. I have a direct account with Leaf, and they're not sending me the emails to buy things. Or they said I have a direct account. I don't know. Like the requirement of direct accounts, you have to buy at least one case of every product that's released. So I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to have Kevin Kopps 42 out of 72 for the Padres. 179 out of 499 Carter Jensen. All of the Dominican Prospect League cards will be random off individually. So, like, all the autographs will be random off individually. So, Jose Fernandez here. And then the parallels will be random off all together. So, the autographs individually, the parallels all together, and we'll do them at the end of the break. Got Fernandez there. We got CES on the next autograph going to the Minnesota Twins, the OK State player. CES. And we're going to have Carter Jensen on the refractor. All of the numbered Triple E cards I will top load afterwards. Just so you guys know. Because there's about 2 in every pack, so for the sake of time, we will top load those after. Cody Morissette on the die cut out of 169 for the Marlins. Ian Muller, 473 out of 499. We got Justin Henry Malloy for the Braves. Georgia Tech, Hidden Gems. Go into Nils in his first break. First hit. Actually got some pretty good in his first break. He got pretty good random. Blue Jays and Braves. Got Matt McLean going to the Reds and Robbie Coleman. UCLA Bruin. There's a football break that's up. Half a case of Origins. It's just the Giants. There is an option for 2 for both halves of the case. I think we're going to have about 10 teams that reclose it back up. We have Aaron Savala for the Oregon Ducks, which I think it's going to get a little interesting because I think if teams don't hit in the first half of case, people are going to be fighting over the 10 teams if they don't have any hits. So that's going to be interesting, but we'll see. We got Ty Madden out of 215. Aaron Savala out of 499. Junior Quasada for the Dominican Prospect League and one of you guys. Tell you what, this product is going to be super loaded this year. We have Drew Baker for the Rays. I thought it was loaded last year. I think Triple E is going to be... I think the draft this year had more... I mean, we'll see who's in Bowman draft, but I think the draft this year is better than the draft was last year. When it comes to just super young, talented guys... There's a lot of 18-year-olds in the first round, so that always makes for interesting draft because it's a lot more speculation. Any guy can be the guy, right? When you get a college guy like Henry Davis sells well as Marcelo Mayer, even though Henry Davis was the first pick, right? We got Will Bednar. There's just so much upside potential with certain guys, especially with Jones and Holiday. They have the names their daddies played. On top of you guys have like Tamar Johnson, who has like a 75 power rating, even though he's a midget. We have 175 out. We have 55 out of 175. Juan Martinez for the Dominican Prospect League. John Rhodes out of 249 for the Orioles. Austin Hendrick for the Reds and the Future Threads. Hey Nils, how you doing? Sorry, I'll try to kind of explain in the beginning. We added an extra Triple E in here if you weren't here in the very beginning. But yeah, just was trying to have my son that's not feeling well, get him to sleep, and he just wouldn't go to bed. My wife went out to go do some stuff with her friends, and he was asking for her, so I went in there to go grab him and lay him on my chest in a chair to get him to sleep, and I just kind of fell asleep with him, so happens to the best of us. Cal Conley, we have a 15 out of 185, and then he drooled all over me so I had to shower, so it's always fun too. I don't know if it was drool or snot, but it is what it is. I was say I didn't think you guys wanted me to be breaking cards with snot all over. We got Cal Conley for the Braves going to Nils out of 185. Then we got Bubba Chandler, the two-way player for the Pirates, drafted in 2020. They're good if you're not 6'3" and your feet are dangling off the chair so that my legs work. I woke up in my right. I couldn't move my right arm or my legs. We got Nick Nastrani, 24 out of 70. Willie Fanis. While you're sleeping, it's wonderful. Waking up was not so fun. Out of 499 plus. I mean, JJ can attest to this. I think maybe a few other people have seen how big my son is. Sandy Sanchez. He's like 35 pounds of just like pure bowling ball. He's a big kid for his age, but he's also a little chunky monkey. So, Sandy Sanchez for the Dominican Prospect League. Mike Jarvis for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates got randomed to Jeff Hughart. We have Jackson Jobe on the refractor. Put these to the side. And that is Triple E. Let's get into a Chronicle since we got two of those. Oh, let me actually sleeve up all of these. Hold on. Okay, he's not Casey Hampton. We're not talking about, probably shouldn't say this on camera, but we're not talking about Magnus, all right? We're not talking about the already signed for the class of 2032 to the Alabama Crimson Tide left tackle, all right? Nick Saban already signed the paperwork. It is not the first box. It is the Triple E was the second box. 2022 Topps Chrome got opened already. And if you came in late, you got two autographs out of that. The Braves had two autographs out of the Triple E. I added an extra Triple E for making you guys sit around for a couple hours. Even though you guys made me sit around by not paying on time. But that's okay. I'm one person, not 30. Did Matt Hogue get... I bet you I didn't tag Matt because his name doesn't work. And I typed his name up and it didn't pop up. The Chronicles here, 48 cards. It is 3 autographs and 1 memorabilia. And in the beginning, I talked about Bowman Chrome, that I have a good amount of cases coming for HTA and regular. What I'll probably do is I'll probably start running out the hobbyist case. I'll probably do 1 HTA case, and what I want to do is I want to do a 6 and 6, 6 HTA and 6 6 HTA and 6 hobby, and I think that's probably the best mixture. We got Stephen Kwan for the Guardians, because then you should get at least some base cards, some base first, as well as you have a more autographs to go after. Compared to the HTAs like high risk, high reward, we got Reed Detmers, Jake McCarthy, which is going to be an 89 out of 99 on the blue, going certified, going to the Diamondbacks. And Steve Samiego. The Seth Beer. Julio Rodriguez memorabilia on the red. Is this numbered then? It is not numbered. Let me make sure we put this in the sleeve right. Going to the Mariners. I guess somebody told me I'd put in my cards left-handed, so I guess they designed it this way, because, like, right-handed... I don't know. Either way, Julio Rodriguez. I don't understand the design of this card. I feel like it's designed backwards, in my opinion, but nice J-Rod. Going to Mitch Swegman. Man, Mitch actually did really well in the random teams as well. We get Jorge Polanco, and Javier Baez. I'm also going to start randomly adding people as friends that are in the group if they're not my friends, because I think that's the only way you can see any notifications in the group, I swear. We got Lucic, we got Fox, Luke Williams, Corey Abbott, Luis Gill. Have Connor Wong, Matt Brash. And we're going to have a redemption. Who's the redemptions in this? Jared Kelnick, Spectra Signatures. Going to the Mariners and Mitch Swegman. I'm assuming they're not coming out with Spectra as a product by itself anymore. Because I thought for sure, if Spectra's in here, that means they're probably not coming out with it as a product by itself, I'm guessing. We got Corbin Burns, which is disappointing because I thought Spectra was a great product for baseball last year. Maybe they just because it didn't sell as well as they thought, it wasn't worth as many signatures as they did put into it. We got Jake Berger. O'Neal Cruz on the Recon. Hans Kraus. Spencer Strider. Lars Nootbaar. Spencer Torkelson on the Refractor. Space over here. Got Javier Baez and Jacob deGrom. Got Julio Rodriguez Marquis. Connor Seabold. Nick Fortes. Suzuki. Dykeman Edward Cabrera. Got Joe Barlow for the Texas Rangers on the Donruss Elite. We're going to have O'Neal Cruz on the Obsidian. Well, that pack just fell off the cards. Bobby Witt Jr. Have O'Neal Cruz on the 192 out of 199. Have Aaron Ashby, Cody Bellinger, Vidal Brujan. What do you guys think about Bellinger not getting tendered by the Dodgers? Andre Jackson, Bryce Harper, and Mike Trout. I think it's a bad move because I really think he's going to be a monster with no shift. Like, I really do. I think he's going to be really, really good. As I mentioned at the beginning of the break, there is a couple more baseball breaks up. Is there a couple more? Is it just... Yeah, there's a Mosaic Choice. Has a lot of good price, low teams, and that's a pretty, like, that's a hit-heavy product. It's only 8 cards per box. And guaranteed 2 rookies, guaranteed 2 exclusive Mosaic parallels, as well as 2 autos. We got Wander Franco, Reed Detmers on the Pinnacle, Jose Abreu, Julio Rodriguez, Reese Nair, Corey Seager, Yordan Alvarez on the red. This will be 148 out of 199 on the Phoenix. One of my favorite football cards. Going to the Houston Astros and Michael Becker. We're going to have the Salvador Perez Deep Space. And it's not numbered, but sick looking card with the silver auto. Going to the Kansas City Royals. Royals belong to Ant Martin on this Salvi. Part of the Spectra brand there. And we're going to have Aaron Ashby, rookie card on the Obsidian. It's a nice autograph from Salvi, to be honest. It looks really good. All right, let's do some minor league stuff here. It's a little dicey with the pro debut. I think one of the most underrated products that comes out every year. Lots of prospects. also have 3 autographs in it. Hopefully it has some nice color. I should say it's just underrated for the price, in my opinion. Got Mo Vaughn. Look at this. Starting us off with a Pedro Pineda for the A's, and somebody wanted to trade. I don't know who it was. It was John wanted to trade the A's. Gets Pedro Pineda, 67 out of 99 to start us off. On the paper auto. As he hits the A's, Chris calls him out to close the football break. He said, you hit it out of 99 auto, it's time for you to pay the pipe. And I'm joking. I promise you I'm not a bully, even though that one guy that one time said I was an absolute asshole. We got Brady House, Taylor, Martin, Spikes, Frelick, Gorman, Chiro, Downs, Ramos, Casas, Hassel, Garcia, Thomas, Solamento, Torres, and Boisier. We have Maddox Bruns, Josh Young, Michael McGreevy, Prasado, Mick Abel, and Hedbert Perez. I definitely pulled an autograph from the front row and didn't replace it in the back. Right, we're going to have Noah Miller, Matos, Franklin, White, Santana, Machado, Cespedes, Davis, Lyle, Urbina, Howard, PCA, Mauricio, Watson. We got Jordan Lawler for the Diamondbacks, 22 out of 99. Going to the D-backs, and let's go into Steve Sammiego. On the Lawler, we got Brickhouse, Henry Davis, draft debut, Cowser. Have Jay Allen for the Reds, Darren Baker, Herberto Hernandez, Alberto Rodriguez, Luis Gonzalez, and Johan Rojas. Just got caught up for the Phillies, the elite fielding center fielder. Hopefully he can figure out a hit. All right, we got Reed Trimble, Joe Mack, Rodriguez, Escado, Nelson, Lorenzo Lopez, Cartaya Leon, Banassi, Davis, Merrill, Campos, Knowles, and we have Artiga, Shea Langeliers, Averson Artiga, Deshaun Knowles, Campos, Jackson Merrill, actually his actual picture. We got Dustin Pedroia. We have a Pedro Leon, 33 out of 99, brick by brick, going to the Sugarland Space Cowboys, a.k.a. the Houston Astros. And that's going to Michael Becker. We have a J.C. Correa on the Asheville Taurus, which I believe he's also an Astro, if I'm not mistaken, going to Michael Becker. Unless he switched teams, but it looks like signed as Astros free agent. Still a free agent. Correa's little brother. Then we're going to have Alex Ramirez going to the Mets, 63 out of 75. This is a nice hit for the Mets. One of their top guys. And that's going to Natalie Altoff. Got Mick Abel, Trientos, Frazier, Dominguez, Ramirez, Colas, Alvarez, Martinez, Triana, Martinez, Burns, Bernabel, Foscue, Montgomery, Goodman. We have Marco Luciano, Trey Sweeney for the Yankees. It's going to be a 63 out of 75 for Sweeney and the Tampa Tarpons. Going to the Yankees and Mark Hartman. We have John Kenzie Noel, Austin Hendrick, Roismar Quintana, Melfrin Sosa, Carson Williams. We got Colin Burns for the Orioles, and behind them we got a Nick York for the Red Sox. The Orioles are Eric Sandquist on the Colin Burns. Have the Nick York on the Orange Lava, 25 out of 25 to the Sox. And that's going to Mitch Schwegman. I'm sure Rob Gervin is a little jelly. And any other Red Sox fans out there. We're going to have Nierko, Ford, Vera, Ferguson, Black, Volpe, Mead, CES, Schwartz, Pomers, Pineda, Painter, Baez, Villars, Lawler, Castro, Kierstad, Holgate, Cal Conley, Jalen Palmer, Kyle Manzardo, Garrett Mitchell, Ian Lewis, and Wes Kath going to the Chicago White Sox. A little bit of a weak pack. Guess when you have 4 packs that are just loaded, you're allowed to have a weak one or two, right? I was going to say, we have Acuna, Morissette, Angeles, Bednar, Rodriguez, Castillo, Ford, Wilson, Muncy, Tavar, Garcia, Clark, Sweeney, Bachman, Acosta, and Vargas. We're going to have Yohendrick, Panango, 47 out of 150 on the blue paper. Going to the Cubs. And the Cubs belong to Ryan Lewis, who popped in here. We got Robert Hassel, Mendez, Wood, Elijah Tatis, J.C. Correa, Serta, and Anthony Solamento, which maybe he'll get to play with the big boy club at some point in time in his life. We got 99 out of 99 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Top 5 prospect in the organization. Going to Jeff Hughart. I mean, it's okay. He'll be on the team for like 2 years in the Pirates, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, he can't really pitch. He's terrible. He'll go to like the Houston Astros, win 2 Cy Youngs. Whatever else, I don't know. Whatever the Pirates pitchers do every time they leave and just make me angry. All right, let's get back to a Triple E. Second here. Let me see 1 second. Got Maddox Bruns out of 105 for the Dodgers. Juan De La Cruz out of 499 for the Dominican Prospect League. We got Madison Santos for the New York Yankees, I believe, on the Hidden Gems. We're going to have Jordan Lawler, 4 out of 74. On card autograph going to the Diamondbacks and Steve Sammiego. That's going to obviously bump Cal Conley here. Hunter Goodman. We have Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. Sean Burke, Jeffrey Mercedes for the Dominican Prospect League. All right, I'm gonna clean up and then I'll do a separate video because I gotta do 250 points from the Mosaic break still too for these Dominican Prospect Leagues. But I'll run them tonight so you know who gets the cards. Only because I have a whole pile and there's a lot more. This is probably the most Dominican Prospects I've seen in a while. You got Jackson Wolf for the Padres. I think we have like 5 autos and a couple parallels already. Going to the Padres on the Jackson Wolf. Huge, tall pitcher. Former Mountaineer, obviously, has a West Virginia gear on. Connor Norby, the Orioles' future second baseman, more than likely, or at least an EH. Dude's been raking in the minors. Well, we haven't really ran any Diamondbacks. We haven't ran any prospect Diamondbacks where you're taking them in the PYT. 171 is normally expensive as hell with Lawler. On the Jose Frelin Alcantar, we have Luke Murphy out of 499. Brandon Marsh going to the Angels. Luke Murphy's also an Angel. Marsh on the Future Threads. We have Brooks Goswin for the White Sox. It's going to Greg Wolf and Gavin Williams. Got Frank Mazzicato, 70 out of 100. Eric Silva out of 499. We have Abel Fiorte going to the Dominican Prospect League. This one he's in a white jersey. One of the few guys I've seen in white jersey, normally in red or blue. We got Drew Baker, second auto of his. Have Ian Muller. Owen Kellington out of 193. Brady Allen out of 249. Tristan Casas. That is a dirty uniform on the Future Threads going to the Red Sox. Have John Rhodes on the patch autograph going to the Orioles. Oh, pre-rookie patch auto. The PRPA. Gonna coin that phrase. That is, get these sleeved up real quick. The thing about Triple E that I think is nice, if you're looking for numbered parallels or you're looking for a huge rainbow to go after, I don't know if anybody's ever completed one of these rainbows because I think it's like a 50-card rainbow or something ridiculous. But with the Triple E, you're almost guaranteed to get a numbered card, especially if you go pick your team. Like, it's a 20-box, so Triple E is a 20-box case. Even if I ran it at half cases, it's super inexpensive for the most part, because when it releases about $125 a box. But I think now they're about $85 a box, I think. Give or take a few bucks here or there, depending where you get it at. But with not only 8 autographs, but you also get all of the parallels. It's kind of a lot when it comes to if you want to go about hits. Now, resale value on this stuff is, I'll openly admit, it's not the greatest. But if you're collecting a guy and you want his cards and you want to have a big PC of them of extra stuff other than his Bowman, I think Triple E, Leaf, I think they're all great products for guys collecting certain players. We have Ronnie Dawson for the Reds. Ronald Acuna Jr. I think a Chris Bryant autograph, or is he just reversed for some reason? We have Chris Bryant here, and it's just a refractor. I have Shane Bays. I have Otto Lopez on the Crusade. Spencer Strider. Maybe when Triple E comes out this year, I'll run a case of it. I'm not going to run a case from 2021. We have Mason Thompson for the Nationals. Assuming they keep it the same case size. If not, I'll run whatever the case size is. I don't know if they'll keep it at 20. They kind of went away. They went like that last year, then they went away from it this year for football products. We'll see what happens. We got Javier Baez for the Tigers. Jake Berger. Seth Beer. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Jake Myers. I don't know why they're just a random card turned around in the middle of the pack. We got Bryce Harper, Aaron Ashby, Jose Abreu, and Corbin Burns. Definitely going to be a Spectra autograph in here. It's bulky. Got Matt Manning, Jarren Duran, Lars Nootbaar certified, Jarren Duran rated rookie on the Clearly. Brian De La Cruz, John Hesley. Going to have a 30 out of 199 on the O'Neal Cruz Spectra refractor. That's going to the Pirates and Jeff Hughart. And that's an on-card autograph, too, of O'Neal Cruz. Sick hit right there on the RPA. Jacob deGrom. Chronicles didn't get a lot of love this year. I had a lot of trouble filling that first case. I was surprised. Got Bobby Witt Jr. for KC. It could have been just not enough eyes on the product, but there's a lot of stuff in Chronicles, too. We got Spencer Torkelson. We have Brendan Donovan for the Cardinals, 9 out of 25 on the gold. Cardinals belong to Rob Gervin. Brendan Donovan won the Gold Glove as the utility guy in the National League. We got Aaron Judge, Kevin Smith, Matt Vierling on the limited memorabilia. Going to the Phillies and Steve Samiego. We have Cody Bellinger and O'Neal Cruz. Mike Trout on the XR. Can't wait till XR football comes out. We have Spencer Strider, Mason Thompson, and Vidal Brujan. I have Juan Yepez Suzuki. We have an 8 out of 49 Carson Williams on the prospect going to the Rays, and Eric Sandquist on the Fuchsia Velocity. The top 100 prospect for the Rays. You want to talk about a nice box. We got Trouty on the last card there. The Obsidian. Stephen Kwan, Jarren Duran, Julio Rodriguez on the Donruss Elite, Jose Altuve, Matt Manning, Greg Deichmann, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Aaron Ashby. That is going to be the second Chronicles box of the break. Get into Leaf here. Runaway train of prospect car of cards over here. 10 autographs in the box. One's going to be a slabbed 101 proof. Does not count as a 101 bounty. Explain it even in the rules for the bounty. If it's like a guaranteed 101, obviously it's not going to count as a bounty. It has to be something that's in a product that's not low numbered. So even like Luminaries 101s don't count. Because anything that's going to guarantee 15 or less, and I mean, it's going to have a... I mean, everything is a ton of 101s, but with a short print run, the chances of a 101 are pretty high. So don't run that as the thing. The proof is still going to be in there. Just going to block it so keep it a surprise. Proof out in a second. Where is... Get underneath the tape here. Leaf likes to put their stuff in a fortress, so... They put in a fortress. I don't know if you guys seen the video. It was on YouTube. It was pretty viral at one point in time, where there was a guy that still was stealing cards or whatever out of the boxes. And like, you can tell, I mean, you can tell on Leaf if you reseal it, it has the tape and everything. Like, the tape's so tight around it, it's not loose. Like, tell you what, people are just goofballs. I don't understand. Like, the only people that got away with doing anything super shady was the backyard guys, and that's because they have so much money. If you have so much money, I guess it doesn't matter and break that much. We got Jose Perdomo, 3 out of 10. And I believe Perdomo is a Guardian, but I could be wrong on that. I think he's a Guardian, though. 3 out of 10. We have Angel Martinez, who is definitely a Guardian, on the wave. Just the base. That's my arch nemesis, man. We have Sean Burke. It's going to be a White Sox. By the way, the Guardians are Michael Becker. The White Sox here are going to be Greg Wolf on the Sean Burke, part of Bowman Draft 2021. And we have a printing plate, and it's going to be... Printing plates don't count as the 101 bounty either. Joshua Baez for the Cardinals, as stated in the thing. It has to be an actual 101. Not that printing plates aren't 101s, but... Where in... I have to go grab more 55 points. I thought I had some over here, but I do not. Be right back. Whoever said that's wrong. I'm just gonna say, like I said, printing plates and low numbered product are not part of the bounty. It even says in the bounty rules. But Joshua Baez, Cardinals, Rob Gervin on the Joshua Baez. He said, just kidding. I retract my statement. It's a sick card. I mean, Baez is a good prospect. We got Reed Trimble for the Orioles on the wave. Orioles prospects are so good. We have Ryan Spikes on the Future Stars wave. Spikes is a Rays, right? Eric Sandquist. we have 2 cards because I don't know how to grab just one. We have Robert Puson on the black, 2 of 5. Going to the Athletics. And John was trying to trade the A's away. And yes, if you try to trade your team away and then they end up being very successful, I give you a hard time the entire break. So if you're new, I'm just messing with you. I'm not being serious. Part of the group is, this is a sports group. People give other people a hard time. It is what it is. But it's all out of good fun, and it's never going to be more than just that. We got Jake Fox and the Guardians. Good old Jakey Fox. Another guy that popped in the top 30. I think he's in the top 10 now. And last but not least, I think one of the best Dodger prospects, and I think super underrated because he came out with Elrod. Wilman Diaz going to the Dodgers on the Mojo. Dodgers were a little dry here, going to Austin on the Wilman Diaz. And let's get to the one-on-one proof. Is going to be a Gabriel Moreno for the Blue Jays, and he's already been called up to the majors, and that's going to the Jays. And the Jays belong to Nils in his first break, so you get the one-on-one proof. Throw his big ass in the back so you can still see him. We'll do the 3 and 2 box here. One autograph, one memorabilia. 3. Every insert I've seen has been, or every other card has been numbered in here, but I don't think they're guaranteed to be numbered, but I have seen that. And let's get in here to the parallels. We got Corbin Burns, 7 out of 15 to the Brewers. MJ Melendez on the green. Maybe this one isn't numbered. Oh, no, it is numbered. 2 out of 5 on the Melendez. Still a prospect. It's going to the Royals. So 2 out of 5 Melendez to the Royals. 7 out of 15 on the Burns. Going to the Brew Crew. And Steve Samiego. And last but not least, for the Reds, Hunter Green, 125 out of 150 on the foil all-rookie team. Going to Robbie Coleman. Then for the memorabilia, it's none other than for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. It's going to be a 19 out of 75 going to the Mariners. And Mitch Schwegman. And then the autograph is going to be Josh Lowe. And that's going to be a 6 out of 7 on the Josh Lowe for the Rays. And that's going to Eric Sandquist. On the Rays, 6 out of 7. Now let's get into Bowman Sterling, one of my favorite products. I mean, I like all Bowman products, but Bowman Sterling, I think, is a super underrated product every year. I want to say, because I seen Chris commented like 8 times under the football break that it's probably closed. Could be wrong. It's one master box here, 5 mini boxes. There is, like I said, 2 baseball breaks up. One is Mosaic Choice. I'm not really sure why that one stalled out so much. There is a pick your team Topps Chrome 2020, Topps Chrome 2019, Topps Chrome 2022, all jumbos, and then 2 Luminaries hobby boxes that is up as well. So a nice variety there. Pick your team that has a good amount of teams left as well. We got Colson Montgomery, Marcelo Mayer, Khalil Watson, George Valera. We have Lonnie White Jr. on the 79 out of 99. 73 out of 99, my apologies. Going to the Pittsburgh Pirates. On the speckle. And then I thought, with the he put the big P on here, I really thought this was Torkelson. Whenever I got a little glimpse of the autograph. But instead it's Isaac Pacheco. It's Pacheco. I'm not sure how he says it, because the running back says Pacheco. There is a Brian Pacheco in the group. And he said it's Pacheco, but I could be Pacheco. Now I got to go look back and see, because they were calling the running back for Kansas City last night Pacheco. So. There's 5 autographs in the master box, so that's just that each mini box has an auto in it. So we got Hedbert Perez, Ian Lewis, Luis Angel Acuna, Harry Ford, Lonnie White Jr., and speaking of Acuna, this is going to the Texas Rangers and Robbie Coleman. Man cries about the random, ends up with a Acuna, and then a bunch of Reds autographs. Go figure. We have Clement, Bobby Witt Jr., George Valera, Blaze Jordan, Sal Frelick. Going to be a 174 out of 199 going to the Brewers. Boston College product. One of the top guys in the Brewers organization going to Steve Sammiego. And one of the big chases in 2021 Bowman Chrome, Christian Hernandez for the Cubs. And that's going to Ryan Lewis on the Christian Hernandez. Nice hit there. We got Anthony Volpe, Hedbert Perez, Ian Lewis, Harry Ford, Lonnie White Jr. And we got an Oscar Colas, 68 out of 99, going to the White Sox on the speckle. Would have pulled him earlier to go up on the hit board, but that's going to Greg Wolf on the Sox. We have Wander Franco, Alejo Lopez, Vlade, Aaron Ashby, John Kenzie Noel. Going to the Guardians. 193 out of 199. And I think the Bowman gods are telling us something. They know it's Bowman Chrome Week. And it's Elrod Luis Rodriguez going to the Dodgers. And that's Austin Fishbach on the Elrod. So Christian Hernandez and Luis Rodriguez, 2 of the big. They were the chases. They were the chases of 2021 Bowman Chrome. So it's a sign. There is a bunch of number parallels on the recap here for Triple E that I'll put in top loaders. But I mean, if we had to top load an extra 50 cards, you guys would have seen me A, struggle with life, B, it would have just taken a lot longer for stuff that is just so plentiful in the Triple E. But let's get a quick recap here of the other hits. So you know you have a bunch, good chance of having something numbered there. Like I said, the autographs for the Dominican Prospect League, as well as I got 250 Panini points from a Mosaic break that's getting shipped out tomorrow morning that I got to run. So I'll run as a separate video later tonight. It'll probably be late. I'll put the video underneath both of the breaks, the link. We have John Kenzie Noel out of 199. Sal Frelick out of 199. Lonnie White Jr. out of 99. Hunter Green out of 150. Corbin Burns out of 15. Melendez out of 5. We have Matt Vierling on the base memorabilia. Brendan Donovan out of 25. Tristan Casas Future Threads. Brandon Marsh Future Threads. Yo Hendrick Panango out of, these are out of 90, out of 150 on the blue, my bad. Out of 25, Nick York on the orange lava. We're going to have Julio Rodriguez on the memorabilia out of 75 from 3 and 2. Have Trey Sweeney on the teal. Ramirez on the teal chrome. Leone on the green. Lawler on the green. On the blue is the true blue is going to be Bogarts. McCarthy out of 99. Yordan Alvarez on the red wave out of 199. On the red, O'Neal Cruz out of 149. Julio Rodriguez again on the memorabilia. So double memorabilia there on J-Rod. And Austin Hendrick on the future threads. And that's going to be the non-autograph hits. Getting into the autographs, we have Luis Rodriguez out of Bowman Sterling. Oscar Colas out of 99. Christian Hernandez. Acuna. Pacheco. Junior Quesada. Matt McLean. Wilman Diaz on the Mojo. Jake Fox on the Wave. Jake Berger. Ryan Spikes Future Stars. Trimble. CES. Sean Burke. Angel Martinez. Jose Padermo, and this was, I believe, out of 10. 1 out of 10. Jose Fernandez, Justin Henry Malloy, Mason Thompson on the certified, Future Threads, John Rhodes, Drew Baker, Abel Fiorte, Brooks Goswin, Jackson Wolf, Jeffrey Mercedes, Cal Conley. Cal Conley's out of 185. We got Madison Santos on the Hidden Gems, Colin Bruns, J.C. Correa, Joe Barlow. We're going to have Jared Kelnick on the Spectra Signatures. Redemption, Mike Jarvis, Sandy Sanchez, and Drew Baker. The back row here, I'm going to have the proof, Gabriel Moreno for the Blue Jays, 101, going to Niels. We're going to have Josh Lowe on the RPA that looks like it has some nameplate in it. 6 out of 7. Pretty sick patch there for the Rays. And Eric Sandquist. The 101 printing plate, it's going to be Joshua Baez for Rob Gerving on the magenta printing plate. Jordan Lawler, 4 out of 74 for Robbie Coleman and the Diamondbacks. Robert Puson, 2 out of 5. Going on the Future Stars, black to the A's, and John Melnichuk. Probably butchered that last name too. I literally have to go on YouTube to figure out how to say the player's name, so don't feel bad if I butcher your name. I was going to say, it's not a pretty thing. You should see me do soccer or UFC. It's a fun time. We got 67 out of 99, Pedro Pineda. Carson Williams for the Rays, and that's going to be an 8 out of 49. Pineda is also going to John. That's going to the Rays and Eric Sandquist. For the Royals, Salvador Perez on the deep space, and that's going to go to Ant Martin. Heliot Ramos to the Giants, and Larry Baldwin Jr. Really, I think Ramos is going to be a fantastic corner outfielder, so I think it's a good hit. And then O'Neal Cruz on the RPA, 38 out of 199 on the Spectra, going to the Pirates and Jeff Hughart. Overall, I think for the most part, the hits were pretty well spread around. Congratulations to everybody hit. For everybody that didn't, hopefully you have better luck next time. I'm pretty sure that's far and few between. There is some other breaks that are posted. There's 2 baseball breaks. Let's clear the deck off. Like I said, I'll post Allen Ginter tomorrow, full case, but let's clear the deck off for these baseball breaks before Bowman Chrome comes out, so we don't have to worry about closing anything else out with the Bowman Chrome coming out Wednesday. And like I said, we will have quite a few cases coming in, especially for the size of the group. I will keep the pricing as competitive as possible. I'm going to try to be lower than some of the big boys if I can. But I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night if I don't see you in a little bit with some other stuff that fills. Anything that does fill tonight, I will break it as long as everybody is paid. Which the chances of that, obviously, if we fill really late, is probably not too high because people will have to pay. That's kind of what happened with this one last night. But I do appreciate you guys, and congratulations once again to everybody that hit.